A Harmony of the Gospels for Students of the Life of Christ by A.T. Robertson. 6:31. The first cleansing of the temple at the Passover. Many scholars consider this the same incident as that in the Synoptic Gospels and place by them in Passion Week, section 129, probably on Monday. It is urged that Jesus would not have repeated such an act, and hence one must follow either the order of John or the Synoptes. But there is no inherent difficulty in the repetition of such an act when one reflects on the natural indignation of Jesus at the desecration of the temple, on his visit during his ministry, and considers that Jesus may have wished to make one last protest at the close of his ministry. Certainty, of course, is not possible in such an argument one way or the other, while they likely would have kicked him out along the way, right? If he did it before. But some of these sorts of incidences are attributed to Bacchus and other figures that the Gospel of John was based on. Jerusalem, probably 27 of the Common Era. Observe the successive scenes of this early ministry beside the Jordan, on the eastern side, at Cana of Galilee, at Capernaum, at Jerusalem, in Judea and Samaria. John chapter 2, verse 13 to 22. And the Passover, this is the first of the Passovers in John's Gospel, chapter 2, 13, 6, 4, and 13, 1. There may have been another. Of the Jews was at hand, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem, and he found in the temple those who sold oxen and sheep and doves, and the changers of money sitting. And he made a scourge of cords, and cast all out of the temple, both the sheep and the oxen, and he poured out the changers' money, and overthrew their tables. And to them that sold the doves he said, Take these things hence. Make not my Father's house a house of merchandise. His disciples remembered that it was written, The zeal of thine house shall eat me up. See Psalm 69:9. The Jews therefore answered and said unto him, What sign showest thou unto us, seeing thou dost these things? Jesus answered and said unto them, Destroy this temple sanctuary, and in 3 days I will raise it up. The Jews therefore said, 46 years was this temple, or sanctuary, in the building, and wilt thou raise it up in 3 days? But he spake of the temple sanctuary of his body. When therefore he was raised from the dead, his disciples remembered that he spake thus, and they believed the scripture and the word which Jesus had said. Well, if he died before sunset on a Friday and was alive on a Sunday morning, well, that was not 3 days by any stretch of the imagination. And of course, that's considered to be the miracle for some people, is that 3 days went by in less than 48 hours. I mean, really, that's a Catholic doctrine. I don't know what other churches have that.